Hey, it's Jeff here from Bugger Trout Fitters. Today we're tying the classic Peacock Bugger. We're going to use a size 8 hook. You can use size 4 all the way up to down to size 10. We'll put brass bead on, and we'll lay down a little bit of a base with our thread. We'll use black marabou for the tail. The tail should be the length of the hook. We'll set the tail in. I like to give the marabou a little bit of a twist when I'm tying it in. We'll use the marabou for forming a little bit of body. We'll put a second stack on, same length, tie that in, again give it a little twist, run it up the other side of the fly, and we'll tuck any of the excess underneath the bead. I'll leave my thread midway. This is where we're tying in our wire. Just use red, small or brassy, and we'll fold that over and then run that back to the back of the fly, just at the tail. We're going to use peacock herl for the body. 5, 6, maybe 7 strands, depending on how thick it is. We'll tie it to the bottom of the hook, and we'll run our thread forward, and we'll just throw a little half hitch in and put the bobbin in the cradle. I always like to throw a half hitch in, just keeps my thread from unwinding or winding up onto the fly. I'm going to twist the peacock herl, forming a little bit of a rope. It makes it a little more durable, and it winds. I find it winds a little bit easier. So I didn't know if I was going to have enough peacock herl here. It looks good, so we'll just tie it in right there. Next, we'll attach our hackle. We'll tie the hackle in on its side, just with a figure 8, and then a couple of wraps in front and cinch it down. This keeps our feather sideways, makes it a lot easier to wrap it back. We'll throw in a quick half hitch. Just use the rotary function of the vise. We'll do one complete turn right at the head, and then nice even wraps back to the tail. Here we'll use our wire. We'll pull it around the front of the fly, capture the hackle, and just preen your barbs out. Make sure they're all spaced out, and do nice even wraps back to the front of the fly with the wire. A couple of wraps just below the bead, and then we can capture the wire with our thread and trim that off. We'll trim off the hackle. Don't trim it flush, leave a little bit sticking out. And then here we'll throw a few more wraps in just to make sure we've captured the wire correctly. And then we're using the new Loon whip finish tool. Throw a couple whip finishes in it. And then we'll use the back of it to trim off our thread with the new fancy cutter. We'll fluff out our fly. This fly fishes really well in the Bow River. We really like this fly. Hope you like it too. Give it a try. It's a fun fly to tie and really fishes well. Hope that helps you out. Talk to you soon.